Now, public health is out with some tips for staying safe during the frigid temperatures and preventing cold-related injuries. Officials say cold weather can worsen pre-existing conditions such as cardiovascular and respiratory disease. The risk of frostbite and hypothermia depends on weather conditions and how long someone has been in the cold. Older adults, infants, those experiencing homelessness or living in a home without adequate heat are at greater risk. Public health officials say shoveling can increase the risk of injury, so people are being reminded to use their legs and avoid lifting heavy loads of snow. For more on keeping people safe during the snowy conditions, we're now joined by Dr. Fahad Razak. Dr. Razak, speaking of shoveling snow, what advice do you have for people in terms of protecting themselves against the cold? Because you're gonna break a sweat, you know?
Yeah, look, it's one of the most important known risks for people during this extreme cold weather, especially when you get a heavy dump of snow like we're expecting over the course of tonight and what's already accumulated today. Remember, snow is heavy, it's water, but now it has to be lifted with a shovel. Often people are clearing large spaces, and it's probably more extreme activity than many people are normally used to. That in combination with the effect of the cold on your body. So when you're outside in the cold, a lot of stress already occurs on your body because of the need to keep your body warm, protect your central organs. So those two things together, unfortunately, are known to be a major risk factor for people, especially with underlying heart disease, for precipitating a heart attack or a stroke. Beyond that, just the act of being out there shoveling snow, we run into problems with people having really every year we see this during the winter season, the slips and falls, broken bones, things like that as well. So yes, unfortunately, something that most people have to do, but a hazardous activity and an opportunity to help those around you who are vulnerable. If you can help an elderly neighbor or someone clear their driveway, I think it would be very appreciated. You're probably doing them a lot of good.
Okay, now when it comes to how much time you should spend outside, what are we looking at here? Is there a rule of thumb, and how does that change for kids?
Yeah, so most vulnerable groups are kids, as you said, and older adults. The reason why is they have less of an ability to regulate their body temperature. So they can go from normal temperature to hypothermic much faster than an otherwise healthy adult. In terms of protecting your skin, our general rule of thumb is as you drop into the extreme temperatures, which is what we're in now, exposed skin can become frostbitten in as little as 10 minutes. So it's really important to cover up. And then the signs for heading into hypothermia for people, one of the most consistent signs is persistent shivering. If that's happening, then it's really important to get inside. Unfortunately, as it advances, the shivering can actually disappear and things like confusion or somnolence start to kick in. If you see that in your family members in any ways, the extreme shivering, most important thing to do is check temperature. If they're below 35 Celsius, that's an important reason to bring them in for attention. We have the ability to warm people in hospital in a way that you can't safely do at home.
Okay. Dr. Fahad Razak, internist with St. Michael's Hospital. Thanks a lot.